WeeChats with Brilliant People, hosted by Allison Rodius.
Hi everyone, welcome back to WeeChats with Brilliant People. Today I am talking to Serge Gay Jr, who is a Grammy-nominated visual artist. Welcome to WeeChats. Thank you so much for
having me.
Joining in today. So Serge is originally from Haiti and now he lives in the San Francisco Bay Area. So I'm so excited to talk to Serge today all about his mental process as he focuses on his art and what he does in order to get himself ready. So that's my focus today, is really trying to get a brief snapshot of what it's like to be an artist like you, because I'm not an artist like you. I know a lot about performers, but I really don't know a lot about artists who are like you, who do the visual arts. You know, I know a lot of sport performers, I know a lot of musicians, but visual artists, I haven't had the opportunity to really get to know many visual artists.
Minds are complex.
Your minds are complex.
So
tell me about that then. So how do you get yourself ready to do, you know, a piece of art, say a piece of art that's really important? What goes through you?
Well, like ideas just comes like all the time. So it's just, I have lists, as I'm thinking now that I'm thinking of like ideas of like what's coming to my new pieces, and so for me it's like always like life experience issues and certain issues if it's dealing with pop culture or if it's dealing with my regular day lives or things in the past. So it's just ideas that keep flowing constantly. So it's just like most artists like usually like writes it down, but it's stuck to my head like constantly. So it's just like until I just make the artwork, it never leaves. So
you don't need to write it down. You don't need the words.
Oh no. And it's usually I do a lot of series. So based off the series, I do if it's something to do with political stuff, so that whole series would be political, and then I'll be done with that, and then the next series would be based off love interest, and then the next series would be like very pop culture. So I have all these ideas always constant in my mind, so they don't come out until I finish it. So it's a ongoing thinking process.
I mean it must dominate your life every day.
Oh yeah. I'm easily distracted by everything. So yeah. I can look over here and be like, okay, I like the cup. I'm thinking of something, but it's like everything is just being a visual artist, like everything just triggers you and just makes you want to do something, like you want to paint that glass over there and stuff like that. So
well, I noticed when you picked up the cup that we're using for our WeeChats today, you were like, oh, I like this thing here, and like, well, he's gonna get some ideas from that.
So yeah, it's just
anything like that.
And I'm like, I think I had that whole I feel like one time I had that whole like feeling that true like seeing the true absolute thing, like where you could see something like a falling leaf and just like memorize it for a long time, and then you think of like a painting. I think that goes on to my mind all the time. It's just every little thing, every little detail is something that triggers like my mind and the creative mind.
And when that happens for you, when you get that trigger, do you have the immediate urge to go and put it onto a canvas or onto a wall or something, or are you able to just hold on to it? Does it just sit there for a while?
It holds. Sometimes it hurts because like
it
for
hurts?
artists, usually a lot of artists, they tend to like sketch it right away, just get the ideas ready like there on paper, and it might be progress into an actual painting or a sculpture. But for me, it's just like I just hold on to it, and I just want to paint it right away. And like don't do it, then it kind of hurts more. I just like I want to go and paint it right now, but I'm working on something else or doing something else. But I hold it really like in my head. I have like a pretty good memory and stuff like that, so it's just I think that's my default, which I'm fine with. But I'd rather have it like drawn out, but for some reason I stopped sketching. I'll sketch it right on the canvas or so.
And does it depend on like if whether you said you do these series of things like the political, so does that depend on a commission that you've got, or is it
the gallery stuff is more like the personal stuff. Yeah,
Okay.
like the serious all the personal stuff, and it's to me it's like a journal. Like I have series of like steps in my life, and I'm still growing and still experiencing new things, and so when I do a series, it's just like steps in my life and just writing a journal.
Okay. Yeah, it's so interesting. I knew to. So you wake up in the morning, and, you know, are you like, I'm super groggy in the morning, I need my cup of tea, and you know, I don't really function very well in the morning. Are you the kind of person who wakes up and immediately thinks about ideas?
The best process is when I wake up right away. But I just realized recently, because I'm like a Pisces, like a water sign, and I love water, I love swimming, and the best ideas come when I'm in the shower. And it's kind of bad because I do waste a lot of water, which is bad. But I do spend a long time in the shower. I just stay there sometime, and then the ideas start flowing in. It's just me being in water. Like when I was a kid, I had a pool in Miami, and I would like just ball up in the water and like hold my breath really well, and just like ball up and stay underwater.
Yeah.
And I'll just stop thinking of things. Because I think that's the part where everything could shut off.
Yeah.
And I could just think of exactly what I need to think.
Could it be something about the sound as well? Or
It's the sound, it's the feel.
Yeah.
Like I love doing dishes. I just like, I'll tell like.
Do you want to come to my house and do this?
I do like, I really just like feel the water. Like I just like, it's almost like a meditating thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, anything of just feeling the water, hearing the water.
So that's the kind of thing I'm really interested as well in terms of how any particular process that you go through to get yourself in the right frame of mind or the right mood to do your thing.
And I think that's like the number one thing. Like I need to be a clear state of mind to like, I have this idea but I don't know where to go with it. Like, okay, I have the idea, and like how I'm going to express it onto whatever medium I'm using. So when I go in the water or taking a shower, it's just like it completely clear everything that's going on that's not related to the subject matters, and I just focus straight on that.
So it's almost like, you know, when we talk to, I work with a lot of athletes, and when we talk about a pre-performance routine, it sounds like, you know, because you probably have one shower every day or so, just not everybody does, believe me, but so is that part of your process to get yourself ready, like the shower, because of the water and the feel and the sound? Would you say it's important to do that to get yourself ready? What?
The most important, I do a lot of research. That's like the main process.
Okay.
I want to make sure exactly what I'm thinking and doing. I think the shower thing is just like, it helps. I don't like, okay, I have to go to shower just to think.
It's not like a superstition.
Yeah, it's like like I need to like count each, or like a Superman thing. Like I need my, without that, it's like without like a kryptonite or whatever. But I do have like my process, and okay, I have to find exactly what I'm gonna do. I think some artists, like when they're preparing a canvas or something, like they get the frame, the canvas first, and then they paint. Where me is just like, based off the idea, I need to know what size and stuff like that, and I do that afterwards. Okay. But it's a lot of prep research, a lot of research on what.
So what kind of stuff, you have an idea, and so maybe you can give me an example. You have an idea, and then what kind of research are you doing?
Like one example I did, I want to do a painting based off Haiti's earthquake. Okay. And so that's like, I want to do a painting based off like my feelings towards that. And then I was like, okay, I want to relate it because my dad was there during the earthquake. Oh, okay. And so I was like, okay, I want to put that with how I was feeling and how other people are feeling in the country. And based off that, it's like, okay, I need to get like ideas, like I want to include my dad into the painting. Oh, okay. So okay, I have to find a picture, and like I want to have him in the studio because he's an artist too. So he was in the studio working at the time of the earthquake. And so just like that kind of ideas, like, and then I wanted to do something that would touch people based off, and I did two little girls, and one of them didn't survive, so the little girl was holding the other girl's arm, but the other girl is like a ghostly figure because she didn't survive. So I just wanted, it's just like one of those kind of like ideas that comes in my head, and then I was like, okay, I have to find the image, if it's taking the pictures or finding an image. Right. So it's just like that's the whole preparation thing. That's more. It takes more time than actually doing the work to me.
Right.
Yeah. So once you get the idea and I just draw it, then painting and everything comes along pretty easy.
And how long did it take to do the research?
Research sometimes. I've done research for almost like 3 weeks to like a day. So
Oh, okay.
yeah, it depends. Like if it's very like complicated and it's very detailed work, then it'll take longer. Yeah, and sometimes like the painting could take like a week.
Yeah.
And sometimes it take like months. So
Wow. Yeah, that is a lot.
yeah.
So let me ask you. You know, when you're not feeling great, when the ideas are not flowing, or you just don't feel confident on a particular day, but you still have to paint, or you still have to do something. Maybe you got a deadline.
Yeah.
What do you do?
You just gotta suck it up. Usually the paintings are like commissioned or like it's for a project. The commercial stuff is usually like when it comes like the deadline. When you're doing stuff for yourself, it's always like more relaxing. You want to do it, but you want to do the commission work and the commercial stuff, but it's just how you say it's a deadline.
Yeah.
And I think I've adapted to paint really fast, and that's the best of my advantage of like getting those done, even though I don't want to do it.
Yeah.
And the time is running out, but I could paint it right away, and people seem to be like pretty satisfied at the end. Even though I'm not, it's been a lot that I'm like not satisfied with, but
maybe that's part of your process, like you said, is just getting it. So when is that almost like we would call that part of your self-talk? You're saying to yourself, okay, I gotta suck it up.
Yeah.
I mean, is that the kind of stuff that goes on in your head? I just gotta do it.
Yeah. And I'm a person that loves to sleep. I stopped doing all-nighters because I get like really bad migraines and I get sick that easy if I don't take care of myself. Yeah. And so I would just teach myself to paint really fast and get it done and get some sleep. So that's the thing about like sucking it up, like, and that's the whole thing. Like I have to do it right away. Yeah. Don't ever waste time. It's like if you want that sleep, you just like once you get it, start right away. Because I tend to like you need to hold back just a little, one more day, but then time pass by and then you start to stay up all night work on it, and that's the worst thing to me.
Do you ever have you said you like what you do if you're stuck, you just suck it up, but do you ever give advice to other people, like other artists, like if somebody's struggling, I think of the equivalent of writer's block. If somebody's got artist block, do you have any advice?
I always tell people, I think everybody has this kind of rush of trying to have a certain style or trying to know what to do. It's just like, it always should come out very naturally and don't rush it. And for me, it's just like, it's just my everyday life thing. That's where I focus on. And just to do what you love, and that's what you need to focus on. It could be just like, okay, I love cars, then paint cars. It doesn't have to be something that you have to do, just practice. Right. And then you eventually find something that you like. So that's why I always tell people, just do whatever. Even if it's not something that you don't want, just like the sketchbook thing is the best thing. Just draw whatever.
It's almost like I'm getting the sense that you're saying there's going to be times when you don't necessarily want to do what you need or have to do, but you just got to just do it, because the more you do it, is it like it'll come?
Because the worst thing is like stopping. Right. A lot of artists tend to like take a break for a while and they lose their like train of process and their skills. But if you continue drawing and painting all the time, then you will never lose that. Then you're gonna pick up something that you want to do. So.
Fascinating. Yeah. Well, we've come close to the end of the interview, but do you mind if I ask you the final 5 little questions? All right then. So I always start with this one. If you knew you couldn't fail or wouldn't fail, what would you try to do tomorrow?
Wow. I'll travel. I don't know. I knew I could have failed. I don't know. I'll travel, go hiking or something. I don't know.
You could do whatever you wanted.
Yeah, I could do whatever. So.
Yeah. Would you go high, like Mount Everest, that kind of hike, or?
Why not?
You couldn't fail.
Yeah.
Why not? Exactly. All right, and next question. Decaf cappuccino or chocolate pudding at the end of a meal?
Wow, chocolate pudding. I have a sweet tooth.
Okay, chocolate pudding.
Yeah, that's why I have migraines, because I like chocolates, sweets.
Yeah, that's one of the evils of life, but delicious. Right?
Yeah.
Delicious evils. What period in history would you most like to live in?
Now, I don't know, back then for people of my skin tone it would be kind of hard. I like this period.
Okay, good. Yeah, that's good. That's
We've come
fine.
a long way, so.
Yeah, I know, for sure.
So
for
I don't
sure.
know, it would have been rough.
Yeah, good
So,
answer.
yeah.
I like that. Now, if you were reincarnated as an animal, what would it be?
Maybe something like a lion or a cheetah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, something up there in the scale.
Yeah, not
Yeah.
something that's gonna get eaten.
So yeah, definitely, yeah. I
Okay.
want to be the one eating
Excellent.
whatever I want,
Excellent.
not being eaten that.
And the last question is Mac or PC?
Mac,
Mac.
never touched a piece.
We're not telling Bill Gates.
Oh, you should know. Retirement.
All right then. Excellent. Well, thank you so much for being part of the WeeChats series.
Thank you for having me.
Thanks a lot. So tune in next time to see who we've got on WeeChats with Brilliant People. Thanks a lot. Bye for now.